Have you ever thought about the definition of a country? Anyone? No? Will you allow me to tell you mine?
Yes.
Thank you. I was 8 when they taught me what a country is. A country, by its simplest definition, for kids, is a land occupied by people, ruled by a government, and it has its own leader. Back there and then, I had no clue what that meant. By the way, that's a picture of me at 8, celebrating Independence Day at school. It's funny, right? As I grew older, this definition evolved with me. It evolved through the people I met, the friends I had, the books I read, the experiences I lived, and the challenges I had no other option but to overcome. Now hold on to that thought. Land, people, government, and leader. Because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to tell you how a sequence of events often I had no control of, helped me redefine a country and set the road path into its future. So my journey wasn't smooth at all. I was 15. I used to go help my uncle make shawarma sandwiches, the best you can ever try, and popcorn, and the neighboring town summer festivals. I got my bachelor's degree at 25, but not because I was a lousy student. I was serious. I'm still serious. Because I had to work one semester, day and night shifts, in order to afford paying for the next one. And I didn't even go to my graduation. I was older than all of my classmates, and I wasn't going to enjoy it at all. Yes, the 36-year-old man standing in front of you today started working at a very early age to sponsor his own education, which is my pride. But afterwards, I was able to land some decent jobs where I had to start things from scratch, jobs that don't come with a catalog or a playbook. And I was lucky to cross paths with some exceptional people and mentors, brilliant people. I guess they saw something in me. And they taught me a few things that I still carry with me. But I was also lucky to stumble into the other kind of people. The backstabbers, the insecure, the incapable, the jealous kind of people. And they taught me more than just few things. For them, I'm also thankful. You're probably by now wondering what's the connection between my story and defining a country. So please, I ask you to stay with me for a minute. Growing up in Lebanon always seemed like the grass was greener on the other side. And by the other side, I mean any other country that seemed to have more opportunities, and opportunities often measured through GDP, inflation, military deployment, and exchange rates. And I always wondered, what would I have become if I was born somewhere else? Will I look the same? What job might I have had? Which friends? And which kind of family? Do you ever wonder? You do. Yes. And most importantly, will I be standing in front of you here today? So probably not. But little did I know that all this was only a preparation. And only when the whole country was crumbling down, only then I realized that my mission was nowhere but on this exact land. And only then I was able to put all those lessons and experiences into practice, because survival was my only option. On August 4th, like hundreds of Lebanese residents and citizens, I survived the blast. It was a message. It meant something. For those who still don't know what happened on August 4th, we got exploded by the third non-nuclear biggest explosion in the world. And I didn't put a photo on display because one will not do fair to the gravity of the situation. One will not do fair to the gravity of the situation. But also by chance, it happened that I was in the right position, at the right time, in the right organization, and empowered by a great leader. And during my 3 years of service in the humanitarian field, my job showed me a striking correlation between a country and an organization. So countries are like organizations. They are founded on the three-legged stool model. And the three-legged stool model is a very simple one. One leg breaks, the whole system crumbles. So 3 legs: people, vision, resources. Come on, people, vision, resources. Repeat, people, vision, resources. Thank you. So we'll start with people. And by people, I mean real people, not avatars in the metaverse. I mean people like you and me, like your friend sitting next to you, like your father, people who can make things happen. And I remember volunteers raiding our premises. Everyone rushed for help. At that point, I didn't know where to start. I mean, imagine yourself managing 50 people that you have just met. You barely can remember the name, but strange enough, the synergy happened, and it worked. Some of them were put on the payroll, but not everybody. Only the ones who were aligned on the mission and accepted the challenge. And if you think it was an easy challenge, you should ask Elio. He is one of our field architects who used to walk 24,000 steps on average every day. In December 2020, he had a hip injury, but he never failed to meet the deadline. Or maybe you should ask Tony. Tony used to handle the call center. He used to get hundreds of calls every day, and all were equally urgent. And I advise you to pass by and meet Hussein. Hussein is the real example of service. Our beneficiaries love him. And while you're there, pass by Joelle. Her heart is the size of a mountain. She has love for everyone. Some of them left for other opportunities, but it took them only a few weeks to come back because they missed home. It was an extraordinary challenge, and only extraordinary people could make it through. And extraordinary people of my country are you, your friend sitting next to you, your father, Tony, Joel, Hussein, and Elio. They are the ones who enjoy the benefits of the good times, but do not quit in the bad times. So first leg, people. Thank you for mentioning the 3 legs, but I wanted only people. So people, extraordinary people, not any people. Which now brings me to the second leg. Vision. Thank you. Vision. So what's a vision? I'm going to tell you what is not like not having a vision. So not having a vision of what you want to become, or what you want to achieve, or where you want to be in the future with which group of people is exactly like driving your car in a dark tunnel at 100 miles per hour. It becomes a game of high stakes. And in a game of high stakes, you could lose everything at any minute. So the vision is the light at the end of the tunnel. It is the destination, the driver and the passengers desire to reach. And in the context of any organization or country, it is the common goal that the team, leader and people, work in line with and move towards. So leg number 2, vision. Thank you. Light at the end of the tunnel, which now brings me to the third and last leg.
Resources.
Thank you. Resources. When I often count my blessings, I never forget counting the endless resources our land offers. The endless resources our land offers. So think about it. Wind, water, fertile soil, proximity, hospitality. But sadly, we take them all for granted. So resources are what the land offers for the people to survive and thrive. Resources that we need to exploit and preserve for the generations to come. Infrastructures that we need to build, create, and improve. Financials that we need to generate and reinvest in our continuous development. And only when a leader integrates the resources into a sustainable vision that aims into transforming people's lives, only then we contribute to a better future of our country. And today, as my professor Fahmi bin Abdul Qadir said, Lebanese is not a citizenship, it's a job. And in my job, in less than 2 years, my team and I humbly managed to build 3 solid legs made of people, vision, and resources. 3 solid legs for a robust stool that were the reason our organization endured and succeeded. And now, let's all take a step back without the carpet. Let's all take a step back and reflect and think about our country. Ask yourself, what is the one leg that can make the impossible possible? One word. People. You, ladies and gentlemen. You are the country. Thank you.